This is a beautiful spray of cherry blossoms, and I want to show you how to create them in sugar. In order to create an individual little cherry blossom, we have a little center and it's surrounded by the flower. The center is a piece that is not edible. It's made from paper stamens, and these you can buy at a baking supply or craft supply store. I have 3 of these little paper stamens that I fold over because the center of the little cherry blossom has 6 little stigma in it. I'm going to attach those together with floral tape. I want to make sure to stretch the floral tape so that it's sticky. And I just wrap a tiny little bit around, just pinch it around and twist it a couple of times in order to secure it off at the end. And this is going to go into the center of my flower in just a minute. I'll put that aside for a second. I've rolled out some gum paste and have cut it with a 5-petal cutter. And once I have my piece, I want to make sure that my edges are nice and super thin. So I'll pinch around. If my fingers get too sticky, I dip them in a little bit of powdered sugar. I'm going to pinch the edges and widen my petals just a little bit. Beginner sugar flower makers have a tendency to make their petals too long. I want to make sure that these are nice and wide. Now, the center of a cherry blossom is nice and deep, so I have a little tool. This is just a rounded edge tool, and I'm going to drape my flower over that tool so that I can push the petals down just a little bit and create a center that is nice and deep. Once I have that center piece, I'll push my little stigma that I had attached together right down into the middle of it and press the gum paste. Just twirl it around in between my fingers so that it's sticky. Now, this flower needs to dry at least overnight before I paint it, but I want to make sure that the shape is kept. Because the center is so tall, I want to make sure that that shape is still kept. So I'm going to place it upside down in between some of the bubbles to dry overnight. It needs to dry for at least 24 hours before we paint and assemble it.